Hey, I'm TenZ from Cloud9, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to op on Haven.
You will not kill my allies. Spike planted.
I'll walk the right side.
I'm going to go towards Heaven.
Enemy spotted.
There was one short.
One enemy remaining.
It was short.
This video is presented by AT&T. So starting out, the op, it's a one-hit kill in the body and the head at any distance, and you're also able to wallbang since it has high penetration. When you're standing still, it's 100% accurate, but when you're moving, even just for a little bit, it will be really inaccurate. A little tip, like when you're using the op, if you see the red circle in the middle, you want to make sure that the red circle is always showing when you're about to take a shot, no matter what. So if you're gonna pick an angle, you want to like see the red circle for like the little bit that you're gonna shoot. So I kind of practice a little bit, so I'm able to just kind of peek an angle and get like a pretty accurate shot while it looks like I'm kind of moving. But you want to practice it yourself and make sure that you're always like feels like you're hitting your shot like directly in the middle. Another thing you can do is you can jump peek with the op, and then as soon as you land, when you hear that landing noise, so if you hear right now, as soon as you hear that landing noise, you can shoot. That's like your cue to shoot. I think it shows up a little bit before the circle appears. Another thing I'd say, probably people that come from like CS, you know that when you're opping in this game, or like opping in CS, you try to quick switch. I'd say quick switching is actually kind of bad, because if you look at me quick switching and trying to shoot as fast as I can, rather than just normal like letting it auto rescope for me, like that. But if I auto rescope, you're able to just get a shot out way faster. So let's say if you get a quick kill and then someone like peeks you like point blank and you try to no scope them, then you're able to get the no scope off. But if you're quick switching, even if you're like mashing the button, it's not really going to be as fast as when you're auto scoped. One of the really important things with the op is crosshair placement. So if you're holding an angle, you just want to be really like, you want to know the map really well, and you want to know where to put your crosshair. When you're using the op too, don't hide like hug an angle too tight where, oh, you're gonna have to flick, or make it too wide where, okay, if they jiggle, then you're gonna have to flick. I'd say it's a good happy medium to just kind of put the op where you know your reaction time if someone does swing. So I normally put my op like right about here. This is my reaction time, and if someone peeks into me, I can just shoot and run away. Or if they jiggle, then I'm able to like kind of flick left and get a kill like that. But you don't ever want to play for like the right flick, just because if the person's jiggling, there's a lot lower of a chance that they're going to jiggle and like one tap you than if they're wide swinging. And if you miss the shot, then they're just going to kill you easily. The crosshair placement's really important when you're opping. I'd say it's really good too to practice your flicks, like go in the practice range or just something like that, and just work on like flicking with the op and seeing like making sure that you're pretty accurate with your flicks, because flicking is important sometimes and can win you the round. But I would not suggest fully relying on flicking, and it's really good just to kind of rely on your crosshair placement most of the time. When you're opping, it's really good to be able to fall back. For example, if I'm here and I take a shot, I'm able to fall back and reposition to a new spot, or I'm able to like kind of like take this aggressive shot and then post back on a more passive angle. But if I was opping from like right here, for example, the only thing I can do is op right here, and then I'm stuck in this corner after taking the shot, unless I want to re-peek again, but there's a high chance that you'll just die like that. So you'll be kind of stuck in this corner, and then you'll have to op close range, and it's not really that good. The thing I like opping with Jet or Raze or any character with movement abilities is because you're able to play in a lot more aggressive spots and play in a lot more one and done angles and just get out. So let's say if I'm opping here with Jet and I get a kill, you can just easily just dash across and get away. Or you're able to take a lot more off angles with characters like that, and that's why I like opping with them. So let's say I want to peek top C from, or C from top C, and you can just peek like that. So if you're playing against an opper, you don't ever just want to like wide swing. I'd say your key is like you don't want to peek him dry. You don't want to give him a free kill. You want to jiggle at angles. So if there's a guy opping at a sharp angle, actually, it's really depending on the angle. So let's say you know the opper plays right here and he holds a tight angle. Then if he holds a tight angle, what you want to do is swing, because it'll make it a lot harder for him to hit the shot if he's posted on a crack angle and you swing. But if he's posted like this, then it's a little bit harder and he might die. So it's kind of like just knowing the map and knowing where the common op spots are and how to like deal with those spots and not get picked. There's also like another thing you do. You can like jump like strafe or op shots. This is really strong. And what it looks like is it'll look like you'll just see like the enemy's shoulder right here, like up in the sky for a bit, and then they just go back in the corner. So it's really hard to react to, actually. So I'd suggest you learn how to do it. But yeah, like jiggling is really strong, and you want to work on your jiggles and try to make them like if you're sitting close to a wall, if you jiggle, you don't even have to see the person like this, because your arm will be showing like barely, and then they'll take the shot if they're if you're able to bait it out. If you jiggle from far back, same thing. Like you don't want to like see the angle all the way. You don't want to jiggle like this, because then there's like a high chance that they're gonna react better. You just want to take like the little pixel angle to try to bait out their op shot. When you're playing against an opper, you want to use your abilities, or you want to jiggle them out, or you want to try to flash them. So there's many ways to deal with an opper, but you don't ever want to play against an opper and you know someone's opping here. You don't ever just want to dry peek it, because there's a good chance that you're just going to die. Let's say if you want to just walk up, you can like smoke the top or something, get to a new angle, and then like if you're also opping, hold the angle and just try to take this fight. But never peek it dry. You can walk up in the smoke and just pop on the opper. That's really good against oppers. Just like running the opper down, because it's really hard for a lot of players, especially when they're opping, that there'll be a hectic scenario and they won't be able to hit every shot, especially since the movement is really like punishing in this game. And if you miss a shot, since you have 5 bullets only, it's very, very punishing to miss shots. It's good to play with ops on sites that have like long range, or they're very like choke point heavy. So when it comes to Haven, I'd say Haven's the best op map in general, just because you can op on every single site and be useful with it. If you're like playing op versus op, your goal is to try to bait out the opper's shot and not just peek him dry. Because if you peek him dry like this, so let's say the opper's holding the window and I just go like this, high chance I just lose the fight and I die because he's holding the angle. But if I like, I don't know, jump across like this and bait out a shot and then peek from like right here, then there's like a good chance you're gonna kill him. So you don't ever want to just like instantly peek an angle like this and kill that opper. Just challenge him one-on-one, because the defender will most likely win that fight if he's also opping. But I'd say with the op, you're able to just like peek angles, and you want to hold. And remember that crosshair placement thing. Don't hold too tight. Don't hold too far. Hold like a good thing for your reaction time. Once you play with the op enough, then you kind of know where you can put your crosshair to kind of react better. So most of the time, if I'm opping, I like to either buy like the sheriff or the shorty. And the sheriff mostly because if I leg someone, then I'm able to just immediately shoot them in the body and kill them, and I don't have to get like a headshot. Or if I'm using like the classic and I shoot them in the body like twice, there's a high chance that they might kill me on like the after if I miss at all. With the sheriff, it's really good. Another thing I like, the shorty, just because it's kind of, you get the element of surprise on people. And like let's say you op like this, you get a kill, you can like get more aggressive, especially if you're playing like character like Jet that can fall back. You can get more aggressive with the op, just post an angle like this, and if they try to push you, just whip out the shorty and just blast them. Yeah, those are like my 2 secondary choices, I'd say. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned how to op better in this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down if there's anything else you'd like to know. Thank you to AT&T for sponsoring this video.